the Too Many Hats podcast with your hosts with the most, Tony and Lavelle. Every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock That He. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. Too Many Hats podcast.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's your host with the most, Tony Mays, Lavelle Salter. Yeah, boy. Man, I just thought I'd add a little humor this morning.
I don't know what to say.
What's up, my
guy? Hey, dude. You's an idiot.
Laughter is good for the soul. You hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, man. There's never a dull day with two men in hats.
We see.
Oh, bro. I knew I had to get a laugh at you this morning, bro.
I didn't know what the hell was going on.
But look, man, for the last couple of days, we've been reviewing our show, man, from the 1-year anniversary that took place on April the 5th. And, man, yesterday it got a little juicy. And guess what? It's only gonna go up from there. I noticed yesterday you typed out a disclaimer and posted. And so I'm gonna go ahead on and issue that same disclaimer this morning that if you are riding in your car with kids, you may want to change it to your headset, earpiece, or if you are at work and you have us on the the speaker, the loudspeaker at your desk, you might just want to put your headset on or something, because when I tell you, it gets a little juicy. So man, we're gonna jump right on into this. I don't even know how to even, like, we stopped off at about somewhere around 108. So I just backed up just a few seconds. But here we go, man. Let's go. Good morning, Mel. Let's go.
And for most men, that's what it is. Women, I say this all the time. Women are emotional creatures. Women act on emotions. And if you around here sleeping with men and you getting emotionally attached and you don't know jack diddly squat about him, don't be surprised when you find out he got 6 baby mamas, 3 ex-wives. Don't be, because you love with sex. So we gotta get to know. We gotta get back to what Lavelle and I always talked about: the communication piece. Yep. Where you sit down, you get to know a person, you talk, you figure out things about them by talking, and you don't lead with sex. Which is my next question: how do you feel about sex on the first date, or when is sex appropriate to have when dating? You can answer that other question first, then you can answer that question.
Hold on, Spark.
Spark had a comment.
Asking the question about the characteristics.
Yeah.
So after we
Come on. That's why I said you can answer that one first.
I think characteristics is, respectful communication and trustworthiness, which is built over time. Like, you don't trust nobody right off the bat when you
Right.
first meet them. How can you don't know them? And they don't know you. So everybody got their guard up. I wanted to touch on what Lavelle said about the lady who's, just a widow. You communicate that at the beginning. Like, you meet someone, you let them know, hey, I'm a widow. I'm kind of grieving right now. I'm not, you communicate that at the beginning so you all both know what's expected or where you are in the place in your life. Either they can ride with it or they can be like, well, I'm going to let you heal, or we can be whatever that is. But that's where communication comes in. I think there's a lot of things that happen. People don't communicate and they just assume everything is everything when you need to communicate where you are in your life, where they are in their life, and then both of y'all can maybe progress together.
Right. My question to you too is, like, where are you? Because if you're still in the grieving process, like dating for you right now, it's not good. Because you're just gonna carry that grieving over into that relationship.
I play devil's advocate. I can't. You got to move on with life, though.
Yeah, but if you grieving and
Grief don't have no expiration date.
I understand that. But you got to make sure you straight before you jump into a relationship.
Right. And can I add?
37 years, you don't get over 37 years overnight.
That's true.
Yeah.
And even with it, like you say, yeah, you're gonna always be grieving, but if you're still in that emotional space of grieving and still trying to actually accept what has happened, man, you'll find yourself falling for some shit. You'll be in love with the first motherfucker you meet.
You said that like you mentioned.
Yeah.
I done been there before.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't want to, and that's going back to healing before you get
Yep.
involved in
Yep.
stuff.
And
Because
that's what I was
grief
saying.
play a big part in making emotional decisions and mistakes that you can't come back from.
Yep.
So then you find yourself grieving, then you find yourself hurt. So now you grieving and you hurt, and you just told the fuck up.
Right.
From the
You see what
floor.
I'm saying? I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm
No,
just
she's
being
speaking.
honest.
That's real talk.
What's your question?
That's real talk. You can't if you haven't fully healed, if fully, and I'm not saying fully healed, but like from the emotional aspects of that, you taking it right into a new relationship, and there are such things as triggers.
Yeah. I agree with that.
It can be something that person does that your husband used to do just like that. It's gonna set you off or set you back 6 months in the relationship. And he's sitting there saying, what did I do? I ain't did nothing but try to love you, baby.
He don't know nothing.
He don't know nothing. He don't understand. Right. Right. But that should be up front, noted and communicated up front. Yeah, that should be communicated up front. It's like, I'm not looking for nothing. I'm just kind of having fun, just kind of going through life now. So, and I think too, when dating, and they can, y'all, if I'm wrong, y'all can jump in. But if you're dating and you're not looking for anything serious, communicate that up front.
One time.
Tell
Yeah.
somebody, say, look, what I'm trying to do right now is just have some fun. If you down with having fun, I'm down with having fun. Let's have some fun. But if if Sparker tells me, well, Tony, I'm looking for a serious relationship, I need, and I know I ain't just because I like Spark, I want to get with Spark, I'm not going to try to use that situation to try to get close to her to get what I want from her. No, go on. These are the games that we're talking about people play. When they know you serious about being in a serious relationship and they know they just out to have fun like the boss. And you just trying to have fun, tell somebody that. That's what it is. It's some people out here, y'all, that just want to have fun. She just said, I just want a date. I ain't looking for nothing serious right now. I just want a date. So, come on, Monica.
I just want to reiterate the fact you being bereaved and everything. I just want to make sure make sure you don't judge the person you meet as your husband. Don't make him
Don't compare.
Don't compare. Thank
Yeah.
you. Don't compare.
Yeah.
Make sure you over that part. And he was like, well, my husband used to do this and would do that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that. No,
Definitely.
no offense, but just make sure you over that point where you don't make him feel less than a man because of what your husband did, or vice versa.
All right. Now, what about this sex on the first date?
No, we got 2 questions, Tony. We got 2 questions.
Come on.
Okay. So, yeah, I already know. My question was similar to what he was about to ask. So, pretty much we're in a time where morals are almost non-existent. So, with that being said, if you meet somebody and you have sex on the first date, one night stand, whatever it is, do you think that you would be able to take that person serious and date them after that? Or just
Great mother question. Great question. And I'm gonna let the panel get to this, but if you meet someone and you have sex, I don't even want to say it's maybe not even necessarily a first date, but y'all first interaction with each other in terms, let's say, I don't want to seem like this out there, but let's just say you meet a young lady and she said, "Hey, well, come over. Just come over. I made dinner, or whatever. Just come over. You can come over. Cool. You go over there. One thing lead to another. Y'all eat dinner. Y'all just chopping it up, talking. Y'all vibing, everything good. The chemistry hit, and y'all end up sleeping together. Does that make you respect him or her less? Or do you say, hey, that's just chemistry we had, that's just, how does that work for you? I know situations where this has happened, where people are now married and thriving great. I know some where people have done that and are, we're in relationships. So I'm gonna go out there and say, I think that, because if you go on a second date, it ain't a one night stand, is it, LaVelle?
Well, it's a difference. I think somebody said on the panel there's a difference in a one night stand and sex on the first date.
It's the same thing. Well,
No.
where the sex on the first date was basically, the first time. So that's why we call it the one night stand. But I'm
The
saying
one night stand is to hit it, quit it, gone. Ain't nothing else come out of it.
and that's what I'm saying. But that's what I just said. If you go on a second date, it ain't a one night stand.
Mm-hmm.
Because you literally just went on a second date or a
Right.
third date or fourth date, so it wasn't a one night stand. Now, if you hit that day and you don't go back, that's what it was. It was a one night stand.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get understood.
Brene said everyone's different. It depends on the mindset of both parties. I agree. Yeah, because some people may be like, ew, But anyway, let's see what the panel got to say about it.
it's something just
I don't even date.
I can speak for myself.
I don't even date, and I think if we grown folk in here, right?
Yeah,
We all grown, right? Sometimes sex is a vibe. Like Monk said, I don't know what the vibe is, but sometimes having sex with somebody is a vibe. Like you vibe with somebody, it's a chemistry thing. Chemistry going on in sex. So I wouldn't necessarily, even if I was off the market and dating, on the market and dating, I wouldn't even like that wouldn't be a thing for me, like a date, a time period for sex. Like if the woman wasn't ready, it wouldn't be something I'd be pushing. But it wouldn't be like I walking into a relationship saying, okay, I got 3 months and 6 days before I can have sex with this woman. You know, no, I'm just saying, like, if it organically happens, it happens.
But also, you have to be careful because it's a spiritual bond that you're having. And because a lot of times...
Let's keep it a buck.
Hold on, wait a minute.
We're in a time of no morals.
Hold on, I know that. But what you have to keep in mind, if you spread yourself thin, you're going to get shit thin.
Yeah.
You don't lay down with 8, 9, 10, 15 folks, them spirits. And now you don't lay down with her, you don't lay down with all 10 of them.
Well, I hope you ain't having chemistry with 10 folk, but...
you could have. That's why you messed up shit.
I hope you ain't.
I think that is.
I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't really put, like, a time limit on sex. I mean, because if you ain't feeling sex, don't have sex. Yeah, if it's not happening organically, then, you know, you shouldn't be doing it anyway. And in terms of the one-night stand thing, I think you can have, it ain't a one-night stand if I see you again, right? If we have sex on the first night and I see you tomorrow and the next day, is that a one-night stand?
No, you standing up and then again.
I mean, it started as this.
I mean, it's technically it's not a one-night. A one-night stand is me hitting it, and leaving you on red.
Now, his question was, if you have sex on the first night, how can you go from there? That's what his question was.
Yeah, and you can.
For sure.
Yeah, I guess you can.
I know some people married from having one night stands.
Yeah.
So-called one night stands.
Well,
not me.
Let's not say one night
stand. Not me, baby.
Let's say sex on the first night. Right. Yeah. Let's put the one night stand. Yeah, first night. Yeah.
It's the same damn thing. What the hell?
Yeah, so I don't really like the one night stand thing. I just said that's why I said sex on the first date.
One night stand is I don't know your name, I don't know who you are. We just met, have sex, and that's it. That's a one night stand.
Okay,
like sex on the first night is like having a first date.
Either way it go, I'm gonna stand up in it. Either night, I'm gonna stand up in it.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, my boy. Whatever floats your boat.
So Tavo believes in sex on the first date.
Now hold on, pause, brother. Pause, brother. let me speak for myself. So it's nothing. I believe in it, of course. There's nothing wrong with it. So it is some cases where you, like she said, you might just vibe with a person and y'all have sex on the first day, and after that y'all can't get rid of each other. You know what I'm saying? I still believe in love in first sight, even if it's something that you meet physical, where y'all having sex on the first night, or you meet somebody and y'all connect mentally. So that's just my belief. You know, y'all believe how y'all want to believe, but I believe it's on both sides of the ball.
Anybody else love on first date? I mean, sex on the first date?
Okay.
Boning.
I just want to say it has happened to me. Sex on the first date, and we married. We were married for 12 years. My baby daddy. I mean, his name was Tyra.
That thing was good. You had a baby on the first night?
The first night.
Damn.
You got pregnant on the first date?
No.
May the Lord watch between me and thee, while we are absent one from another. This reacts in your baby mama name.
Hold up, Monica.
I did not.
You had sex on the first date.
We had sex on the first date.
You didn't get pregnant.
Yes. I didn't get pregnant.
Okay.
I said, he's my baby daddy, and he's also my
he's
my ex-husband.
It almost sounded like that. You got pregnant on the first date, like bam.
So he came back. He came back to Marvel. He came back to Marvel.
So my point is, okay, maybe I shouldn't have, but you know, we were feeling each other, and we did it. Okay, so what? We did it. We grown.
Yeah, we grown.
Okay, so we ended up having a marriage. We had a marriage. We had a baby.
Did y'all get married because of the baby?
No, we waited 3 years. We had time for ourselves, and then we planned for our child. And then his name was Tyrone. You better call Tyrone. But and on the flip side of that, I don't now because you know I want more to it. That's what's wrong with me now. I'm single now. There are men at me, but I have morals and respect for myself. I mean, yes, sex is involved. Yes, I do want it, but you know I also want more. I'm doing no. I got a question.
Come on, wait a minute. Let me see if your husband going. I'm gonna look at him while you ask the question.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna look at what your husband while you ask this question.
If you have sex on the first night, that means that they don't have morals.
No.
Oh, yes.
Because you said you care about your morals and things. So if
That's
that
true.
happen,
And
they
it's
don't have morals.
and it sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but I roll the fence both sides of it. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. So right. Exactly. Right. So I mean, yeah.
Craig at the front door.
He said, throw that motherfucker back.
All right. You got another question? You got another question?
That was a two-part question. This is the second part of it. So, say y'all do be in a relationship. Can you stay in a relationship with somebody that the sex is bad with?
Woo! I'm gonna answer that.
That's when you supposed to say that thing. Damn.
What defines bad sex?
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Perfect job, whatever.
All right, listen. All right. So, if you have tried everything, like teaching, you might want to get some toys, y'all might want to get kinky, whatever the case may be, and that connection's still not there, I'm gonna have to roll.
Ain't no connection.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, boss.
That's it.
But hey, she love you hard though, Tabo. She love you hard. She cooks. She clean. Everything.
He gonna
But
cheat.
the sex is bad.
Yeah, he gonna cheat.
No, I'm not gonna cheat. I feel like every woman can cook a meal. Goddamn. Hey, listen.
Nope.
Hey, listen. Let me talk. I feel like every woman can cook something.
Nope.
You can boil some noodles, or you can fry some chicken. Goddamn it.
Nope. No, it's not cooking.
You can do something. Hey, Tony, I'm gonna keep it a buck though. I'm gonna keep it a buck though. She can have everything, bro. But if it's like we have done everything in the world to try to get this thing right, and it's still not right, it's gonna be tough, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna lead to issues further down the line, I think.
Cause I don't want to cheat. You feel me? Like I want us to do our thing, and I want to be only for you. But damn, fuck.
So I wanted to pause that. And I want to ask the question that Tony asked. Can you stay in a relationship if the sex is just bad? Can y'all stay in a relationship? Because I heard Queen said yesterday or the day before, like, what if I wait, like we don't get, I don't test the water out and I wait 3, 4, 5, 6 months, I'm falling in love, and then we finally have sex after we get married and it's not good. And so the better question that Lavelle asked was, what do you call good sex?
Mm-hmm.
Because there are things you can do, as Tavo alluded to, where you can spice up the sex in the relationship. But it comes down to whether or not the other person is willing to participate in those activities. So if I'm the man and I'm not pleasing you and you ask to bring toys into the relationship, well then it may be that those toys offend me and hurts my ego. Because I feel like, I think this has to be a question. I mean, a conversation. Because it could be he just in there and ain't hitting the right spots. I say all the time, and I used to say this all the time too, especially to younger guys in relationships and young couples. Women have all the power in the world. Because if I'm hit it if I'm in it, if I'm in it, Lavelle, and I'm hitting the left, but you know your spot is on the right. Why wouldn't you say as a woman, or just, you ain't gotta say nothing, just guide my hips over to the right? You see what I'm saying? Or whatever. Or say it. Y'all got the power. You just gonna sit there and know a dude ain't hitting your spot and ain't gonna say nothing. You just gonna let him just, and it may not be that. It might be something else where you need the sex to actually, because maybe he or she wants to jump straight to it instead of the foreplay leading up to it. There are a lot of things. So I think like you got to define what you and your mate think is good sex.
Yeah, then I think what we have to also consider is the value of when you rate sex in your relationship. Because at some point, if you all are married and getting older, you have some people that's older that still are actively, sexually, involved. But intercourse is way more than just, we actually having the act of sex. Sex is, understanding the love language. Every time we hear the word sex, we just think we're supposed to be engaging where you're actually inserting, but that ain't always the case. It's some intimacy going to it, some touching, some correction. You know what I'm saying? If you're a grown adult, it's a big difference. And I think a lot of times that's why it don't be good, because there's no connection. There's no engagement totally. You're just trying to get your nut and later go to bed. That ain't how that works.
We got some comments here. Let me see. Queen says, hold on. Come on, don't start that. All right, here we go. Queen says, after you tried the extra stuff and it don't work, some gotta give. Sex is a part of a relationship. Ain't nobody in a relationship and not having sex. All right.
But you speaking that for yourself. You don't know what nobody else does. So that's just like I saw a reel here a couple of weeks ago where the folks was get ready to get married, loving on each other, and the gentleman ended up being in a bad car accident, and he got paralyzed, and that woman stayed with him. You know what I'm saying? So sex gonna be different. It ain't gonna be like it was before they got married and all that stuff. So it's gonna be a challenge. So where is the love at? You know what I'm saying? So situations.
Queen said, I don't think it should hurt his ego, because at least I'm trying to figure out what the issue is. At least I'm not leaving going to someone else who can hit that spot.
But why it got to be him? How you know it ain't you?
Yeah, and sometimes it is. It's the woman, or it may take you longer, to get there. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's all about learning your mate. Man, I don't know how many times we done said this on the show, man. Learning your mate, learning who they are, learning their body, and knowing what makes them tick. Yeah, he may not be able to reach that spot, but then hell, if you know he can't reach that spot, you knew that anyway. When you got with him, you knew he wasn't long enough to hit your deep spot. So, you got to get you a vibrator or something that's long enough to reach that spot. So I don't know, but that's one of them ones. Hey, you might want to get you some coochie tighten medicine cream or something. Oh, Mel Max said, "Woo, child, help them ladies." It's okay to talk, lead the guy. Yeah, for sure. Roger said, or she could just lock her legs, get her legs and lock the motion to a certain area. Look. And let me tell you this: sex ain't gonna be great every time. If you think sex gonna be great every time, then you in for a rude mother awakening on both parts. Brene says, see, that's where you stroke your man ego, even when it's not exactly what you want at the current time. This can honestly be from any aspect. Stroking a man's ego will literally push him, to be who you make him feel like he can be for you. That's only if he's open to it. Now, if this don't work, you got some tough on your hand, yeah. She said, I mean, it won't be. Yeah, I got you. Queen said, Veil, that's different. Queen said, the toys will help. Lubricants, role play. If you had tried everything and it's not a medical condition, it's over with. I'm just saying, if it's me or him, satisfy me in the bedroom.
Why I gotta be over with though? I can that's why we always stop and cop out. So they just that one time, like he said, they're gonna be good all the time. Then you just gonna vamp on the dude, and that's why y'all probably not connected because you quit. So anyway.
She said that leg lock is crazy, but it worked. Look, let me share something with y'all. I really ain't got to share this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. A lot of women are blessed, and a lot of men are blessed, but a lot of women are blessed to have really huge behinds. And when you're trying to get to a woman from behind, if there's no arch in that back, y'all get what I'm saying. You got to lift them cheeks up and spread them cheeks to get up in there. He might not have a 10-inch, 11-inch, 9-inch, you know what I'm saying, to be getting through all your big old butt cheeks. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? I hate to be so graphic, but I'm just saying we use too many excuses, bro. And if I truly love this woman, even when the sex or this man, even when the sex ain't great, I still got to stick on in there because it shouldn't be just about the sex. Because if it's just about the sex, Lavelle, what happens when, like Quita just said, something medically happens where maybe I was in a wreck and I'm paralyzed, I can no longer have it, or something else. I had a stroke and I can't get it up. But what? Now what, you just gonna leave me or you gonna leave her? So, not just one time. Yeah, we know not just one time. I hope it ain't anyway. Brene said, my girl, I ain't gonna lie. This is why you have to think from a different perspective. Anything can occur at any time, Queen Watkins. Yep. Mel said, that's the spot. I can only imagine. She said, this is true. Marvin C said it best. It ain't what you got, it's how you use it. I'm just saying. Rodney said, and you got to get on your tippy toes sometime. Not the tippy toe, Rodney. You got to tiptoe up on that junk. I'm done over here. Wait a minute. Queen says, y'all said, if the sex bad, do you stay in a relationship? Me personally. But we also said, what is your idea of bad sex? What your idea of bad sex might not be bad sex to somebody else. It might just be a room for opportunity. Like Renee said, or, there are so many elements to it, bro. I mean, keep living. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You ain't hit 30 yet. Keep living. Y'all said it's a sex bad, right? Me personally, it's not. Medically, something going on. I'm cool. TMI, but I like having sex, so it's important we figure out something. I'm not falling in love. If 9 out of 10 the sex is bad, that brings the heat. Now, if you got a hurt if you got hurt or something happened, it's different because it started out good.
But Queen, just like Tony just said, it ain't gonna be just every time you gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes he want it, sometimes she want it. You know what I'm saying? But it's about bonding. It's about I don't know. I guess I don't get older where I don't. I want some. I want it to mean something. I don't want to just give my nut, man. It's just me.
I just told her get a little older. You get a little older. Mel said use what you got. In that case, Brene said facts. Brene said, look, see, I've had experience with an older man, so I can speak from experience on so many different levels. And Queen said that's true. The bond is important.
Okay, man.
I'm glad
And
we
Tony been
stopped.
married a little bit longer than you.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, it's different. It's different. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
That man crazy.
I need that.
Man, okay.
That's where coming in and being everything that your mate needs you to be.
Oh Lord, she
That's
back.
where that comes in. Shit. You crazy because wherever you lack, and if it's a desire for that person, they're going to seek that shit somewhere else.
That part.
So you can't lack in areas that your partner desire to have this type of
Yeah.
excitement, or
Yeah.
you have. Man, look, you need to fit every shoe.
I agree with you, Renee. Cause
You gotta fit every shoe.
if you got a woman,
I ain't eating no
that's
ass.
now hold up,
I'm just
boss,
letting you know.
hold up, boss, hold up.
That's it.
Boss, hold up.
Since you want to fit every shoe.
Hold up, boss.
we ain't-
That ain't got nothing to do with no ass eating.
Hold up.
Man, if you fuck me good, you ain't gotta eat my ass.
Oh,
What you talking about? I didn't say no fantasy. I said desire. I said dude, you being personal. I'm not talking about
Hold up, Renee.
This man crazy.
So
I can't deal with tape.
so if hold on.
You talking about ass eating. No, nobody said nothing about no ass eating. Let me find out you eating ass tape out. Anyway.
Lord Jesus, help today, Lord.
Hey,
Hold up.
they got us on this panel.
So hold up. I should have set y'all next week. Take their mic, Mona. Take their mic.
Can I get another drink, please?
So Renee,
What's up?
I agree with what you're saying, because if in fact that, let's say you have a woman or man who is highly sexual, and you're very lackluster in that area, it ain't gonna work.
Hold on. It can work if you're open to growing in that area. If you ain't open to growing and you just, I don't do that, I can't do that, somebody else finna be doing it, period. You have to be open to doing it. Now, if that ain't your ball, you need to get your ass off the court. I'm just saying, that ain't for you. You need to find somebody that's your speed.
Yeah.
If you don't like all that freaky stuff, you need to go find you a basic ass man or a basic woman. But if you got a real deal freak, you have to come with it. It's that simple. So
Whew, okay. What is your perspective on dating not so attractive person?
Hold up. Let me help y'all with that. Early on,
Okay. That thing went left real quick. Queen said, see, Nate just said what I said. But I do, like, there are different levels to it. And I'm still gonna side with Lavelle and say it can't just be about especially if we married. Now, if we just dating and you feel like this guy, this woman ain't living up to your sexual expectations because you a sex freak, a sex addict, and he or she ain't trying to like move like that. They more conservative, more. Then you may need to move on. But if you knew like this person was and you married this person, and now things you're saying you ain't what? Come on, man. It shouldn't be about that. It shouldn't be totally about that. Mel said, we grown also consider there are many practicing celibacy, some by choice or by force. It's a lot going on out here that we numb to. Then she said HIVs and STDs. She said Tony started calling on the Lord. Indeed, because y'all made me call on the Lord. Mel Max said, where was I doing that part? I missed that part, baby. I ain't miss it. It was right there. Queen said, thanks, Nate. That's all I'm saying. She said, it sounds like I stressed you out there, Tony. You did. Y'all, both y'all did. You and Tavo stressed me completely out. I'm like, oh, we got a show. We're going to have to bleep everything off this show. It's not just about the sex, but if we dating and you're not satisfying me, then yes. Yeah. If you're dating and you're not looking to take that to the next level, then I would say, yeah, move on. If that, but I mean, if you gonna say we dating and you done fell in love and they talking about married, but he not satisfying you, that's gonna be an issue. That's gonna be a problem. Not talking about marriage. I'm not slow, LOL, for better or for worse. Okay, all right, as long as you know.
Damn, Queen.
I told you I was married 9 years. Didn't give y'all the deal. So my husband said, after we got the divorce, anybody gonna want you no way. You wanna put a nigga on a schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, they said, yeah. I was tired. Monday. He said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, something, 3 days a week.
Wait
So
a
here's
minute.
the deal. I got 3 children. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm going to college. I'm doing all this. All you doing is, I don't know.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Did you have him on a schedule?
Oh,
Okay
my
then.
God. When-
All right,
when
hold
your
up,
schedule
hold up,
off, somebody
hold
else
up.
schedule on.
I don't care.
Not seriously.
No. If we gonna go there,
Listen to me.
you
Not
can't.
seriously on a schedule. That's what he said.
But you was withholding it from him certain days when he wanted it.
I was asleep.
Baby,
You better wake your ass up and roll over.
Man, she better turn to the side.
You better hit that side, lay to the side.
Over with.
What the hell?
So this is
You think we care cause you tired? You think we ain't gonna want to get it cause you tired?
So this is why I said, and before I was on my way to class, and I told my friend, she said, girl, sit down, we got to drink a beer about this. You ain't finna be studying. Here's the thing. I'm telling her, look, maybe it was my fault. I told him I was tired. Not only did I told him I was tired, take your ass on down somewhere else and get one.
Well, you gave him permission.
Oh, you gave him permission.
I would never.
We best friends to this day. You understand? Now, I wanted to address the lady that lost her husband. My mate of 22 years died 4 years ago. 4 years ago. So it took me to now to decide if I'm going to go out.
Right.
So you can't just step out because it's going to be a lot of stuff remind you.
Right.
And there's going to be a lot of stuff you comparing.
Yeah, you wasn't
And
healed.
my daughter keeps saying, ain't gonna be another Sandy.
Yeah, right.
It ain't gonna be another Willie.
Right.
It ain't gonna be. So she right. So you can't expect that person. But I don't want nobody that I gotta always be, thinking and questioning.
What they doing?
It's me right now.
Right.
So there are some men the same way. I know a whole lot of women. Y'all excuse my friends, but they are WHORES.
They hoes.
Married. They don't care.
Now, what you call them, Queen 304s?
304.
They 304.
If their husband is not satisfying them, they literally tell me, girl, I'm going over so-and-so, and girl, and I'm going to take care of that business, and I'm going back. So it goes both ways. It's not just the men.
Oh, we know it's not just the men.
It's the women, too. The thing is, you have to know yourself. and you gotta learn and that person gotta understand you.
Right.
Now me, let me just go and tell you this. I had my.
Come on, baby. We ain't got but 3 more minutes.
Okay, my husband on 18. Y'all talking about having sex on the first day. Right now, do you realize? First of all, anyway, there's so much going on until now.
You ain't doing it.
It's a no.
Okay.
You gotta learn first.
All right.
So how do you
So-
please yourself as a single person if you don't sleep with nobody?
So
Toys ain't enough at something.
she said a couple of things that kind of hit home. And if you are in a hold up, y'all, y'all be respectful now. We gonna be respectful of each other. If you are in a relationship and you're married or you've been in a long-term relationship and you are withholding sex from your mate, whether it's because you tired, you just worked a double or triple, whatever the situation may be. If you want to get biblical, he said,
Be fruitful and multiply.
no, that you should not withhold a wife or a husband. They should not would not hold sex from their mate because unless it's at a appointed time.
I don't want no tired twice.
Where you on that time.
I want that twice to be.
And so
Time now.
in 34 years, y'all, do I believe it was some times that my wife didn't want to do it? Absolutely. But do you think if I wanted to do it, I cared? Absolutely.
I don't want no twice.
All I did was don't do too much. I hear her saying, don't do too much, babe.
Hey, Tony gonna be
I hear her
sleeping on
saying,
the
don't
couch.
do too much, babe.
The boy gonna be sleeping on the couch.
But
I need some more fresh coochie.
I'm pretty sure it was some times that where it wasn't like it wasn't mutual. It was as I wanted it or she wanted it. And as my husbandly duties, that was my duty to give it to her, whether I felt like it or not, and vice versa. So if you are in a relationship or married and you are not doing it, or you got your husband or your wife on a schedule,
Schedule is crazy.
somebody else is gonna get on them days that you can't perform or don't want to perform. Somebody, there you go.
Crazy.
Somebody else gonna be on them days. I'm just telling you. All right.
Schedule is crazy.
A schedule is crazy. Absolutely, positively crazy.
I kind of,
Queen said not to
Go ahead.
schedule Miss Pam. She said when you schedule off, somebody gonna schedule on for sure. LOL, not wake yourself up and roll over. Man, you better, what Renee said, roll to the side and just let me get it. She said, ooh, child, another good spot. Queen said, sometimes you just gotta lay there, Miss Pam. You just gotta lay there. You might not feel like it, just lay there. You already know. You tired, you don't feel like it, just lay there. Nay with I never will, LOL. Mel said, y'all know what 304 is backwards, upside down, right? This girl right here is crazy. Bill, what's in the red cup? Y'all know what was in that red cup? Them Horitas. Cause who finna tell they man to go get it from somebody else? Right. A schedule is diabolical. Paul said, Lord have mercy. Miss Alfreda just spoke. She said, if I'm tired, he would never know it. Queen, listen to your mama.
I guess my thing is, bro.
Listen to your mama, Queen.
This just me personally, and it reminds me of a movie, Color Purple, and what was Whoopi Goldberg name in the movie?
Celie.
Was she Celie? I can't remember. Anyway, but
now was Oprah Miss C? I don't know. Hell, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, but Whoopi Goldberg was not in love with Danny Glover, whatever his name was. I can't think of the damn character. But he basically just used her as an object. Just bam, 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 bam. And she was like, I can't stand this dude. Yeah, Miss. But I just said to say this. I want my person to be involved with what I'm doing. That's just me. Because my thing is, you just doing something, you just getting your rocks out. Yeah, I don't think that's fair for both parties. That's just me. I can't. That's your personal opinion. I can't speak for you.
Well, sometimes I have to, because if my stress level is up, and I gotta get something to relax me to get, and I just want to get. I ain't finna be all that lovey-dovey, smoochy, whatever. And I just want to get it. I gotta get it. And she the same way sometimes. She just gotta, man, I just want, come on. I don't need all that. And that's how it be sometimes. I heard a church member tell me one time, she said, she was talking about her husband. She said, sometimes I just want, I don't want all that other stuff now. Just give it to me so I can go to sleep.
I hear you.
Queen said, talking to no star. I'm just telling you, man, you gotta learn from your mama. Your mama out there setting a good example. That's it. Never know, because I get my sleep afterwards. Don't even worry about it. She said, I got my groove from Stella, aka Miss Esther. It be like that, man. What? I'm telling you, sometimes you just gotta get it. I understand the emotional connection. Sometimes you just want to get it, go to sleep. It ain't all the time. It ain't finna be all that. No. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Anyway. Whew. Okay. We're gonna let me see where we at. So we can start 1:32. We're gonna start at 1:32 tomorrow. We ain't got about 20, 30 more minutes to go. So we gotta clock this. Let me clock this tea right quick, y'all. We're gonna clock this tea, and then we'll kind of close it on out.
Good morning. Y'all know what time it is. Put them phones down, fingers up. It's time to clock that tea with your girl, Queen Watkins. I hope y'all are having an amazing day. But y'all know what time it is. Time to clock that tea. Have y'all seen the guy that posted a video on TikTok and told his wife he was going to cheat on her that night if she don't give up them cheats? Yeah, let's talk about it. So a boy said that his wife wasn't giving him none, and it's been 2 weeks. And hell, that was just too long for him. He was tired of hearing no from his wife. He feels like, I'm your husband. You can't keep telling me no. Like, I want you. I want some. You hear me? And he ain't getting none. So he said, if his wife do not give up them cheeks that night, old boy was going to go cheat. He didn't know who he was going to cheat with. He didn't know exactly where he was going to go cheat at. He just knew he was going to cheat. Now, he did have an idea. He said her sister has been looking at him some type of way. And he gonna try to see what's up with the sister because she fine too. So he was gonna see what's up. Now I feel like you going a little bit too damn far. The video was enough to say, yeah, I'm coming to TikTok and I'm letting y'all know, yes, I'm going to cheat on my wife tonight if she don't give me none. Come on now, old boy. Like 9 times out of 10, maybe 7 times out of 10. They probably had a conversation about it, right? If not, have that conversation with your wife and see what's up, because you don't know what is going on. You just want them cheeks that bad. You better go take a cold shower. You better go get some lotion. Baby, whatever else, go get one of them pocket rings. I don't know, but come on now. Come on now. I get it. I get it. You want them cheeks, that's your wife. She shouldn't say no, but hell, women go through stuff sometimes. And sometimes they don't
Oh no,
just
she didn't
want
say that, did
none. Or it could be a deeper issue while you playing. So at this point, should have a conversation, have a serious conversation. Because ain't no way you about to post a video telling everybody, telling the world that you about to go cheat on me and think you gonna get them cheeks now. Baby,
right.
them cheeks will be clapping somewhere else because ain't no way you about to play in my face like that. All right, y'all, that's all the tea that I have today. Make sure y'all tune in to 2 Men Hats Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. sharp. Don't forget to stay tuned for your girl, Queen Watkins. Clock that tea. Y'all make sure y'all getting that merch. Do you hear me? Make sure y'all getting the 2 Men Hats merch, t-shirts, hats, tumblers, coffee cups. Y'all make sure y'all support. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.
All right. So
he was already cheating.
let me make this announcement really quick. So starting today, if you give a donation to the 2 Men Hats, look, Lavelle, put that up right quick. If you give a donation to 2 Men Hats, this is only while supplies last. Only while supplies last. If you give a donation of $25 or more, you will receive, and this is starting today while supplies last, you will receive either a t-shirt or a tumbler or a coffee mug or a hat, whichever one you want, while supplies last, if you give $25 or more. So make sure when you give, inbox me or Lavelle when you give and say, hey, I just donated $25 because and check this out, I ain't finna be shipping all over the country. If you here locally in Memphis, you can come pick it up or we can meet, you can get it. But I ain't finna be shipping all over no country for no $25. So now you pay more, I might ship it to you. All right. So start today while supplies last. If you donate $25 or more to the 2 Men Hats ministry, is it a ministry? It's a ministry, ain't it? Community service ministry. Hey, podcast ministry. That's what we call the 2 Men Hat podcast ministry. If you donate at least $25 or more, you will receive one of those items. Only while supplies. Now, if I don't have it, I don't have it. You know, but that's why I'm saying while supplies last. And if you in Texas like Carolyn is, you're gonna have to run me some shipping fees because I can't ship for free. All right. Now I got that out the way. But these are the ways you can give through Cash App or through Cheddar. Make sure you guys join our fan page or our community group by scanning one of those QR codes right there to join our fan page or our community group. We have a couple of things coming up. I didn't put the Easter one up, but this coming Saturday, we do realize that Sister Carla Pluckett's funeral services are Saturday. We won't be able to be there, but hopefully we will be able to do the visitation on Friday because we had already committed to this project, this community project. And so we will be at the David Cons Blue Cross Blue Shield Park from 11 to 1. Bring those children out to get those Easter eggs, those cakes, the hot dogs and games and all that stuff. Play with the Easter Bunny, take pictures, all that good stuff. So y'all make sure y'all are out there this coming Saturday from 11 to 1. All right. Anything you got, Lavelle?
I'm gonna work on that too, Tony. And I let you kind of go through it with me, but at some point in the next couple of weeks, you will be able to purchase products online where it can ship directly to you, and we'll have some more products as well. So stay tuned for that.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. All right, man. Anything else you want to add, Lavelle?
No, I don't think so. I'm still sleeping. Let me go back to sleep.
Well, come on, close us out with a prayer, my guy.
All right. I was finna say something. I forgot what I was finna say. Never mind. Let us pray. Most gracious eternal God, our Father, Lord God, we thank you for this day. Thank you for this time. Thank you for this opportunity, for just waking us up this morning, Lord God. We thank you for life and life more abundantly that you have blessed us. We continue to touch Tony's family, my family, Queen family, and every family that's assembled. Continue to touch our efforts in everything we do, and meet us back here on tomorrow. We ask you to do it in your daughter's son Jesus' name. And we say, amen.
Amen. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same bat time.
Same bat place.
2 Men in Hats.
Let's talk about it, baby.
That man is stupid.
It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast with your hosts with the most, Tony and Lavelle. Every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock That He. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. 2 Minute Hats podcast.